Hey guys, welcome back to Ravenclaw Reads. I'm Courtney and you are here with me at the start of another weekly reading vlog. It is Monday. I started one last week, but honestly I didn't get past Tuesday because I fell into a really big slump. I just didn't want to read anything. I stopped at like 16 books and this weekend I was able to read about 2 more, but it was a struggle. Nothing sounded good. I had started like so many different types of books and middle grade, romance, thrillers, hardcover, softcover, Kindle versions. It didn't matter. Nothing was hitting. So it was a little rough. And I was disappointed because I was trying to do my 1,000-page challenge and that just didn't happen for me. So this week it's fresh. We're at the start of a new month, which is always exciting. I'm waiting to see what Book of the Month Club books are coming out. They have not come out yet, which is odd. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm in a new location. I'm just testing this out. I have my Babysitters Club shelf behind me. It used to be Harry Potter things, but I realized that like now that I'm trying to collect all of the Babysitters Club books, I didn't need the Harry Potter shelf, so I put that in storage. And I have some of the books there. I do have a nod to Harry Potter above me though, but mostly it is Babysitters Club, and then on the bottom shelf some overflow that doesn't fit on my bookshelf. Okay, so I did finish 2 books. I did get a couple of books this weekend, and so let me just walk you through that. So I did sprint a few times this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, which was helpful, but again, it's hard when you don't have any drive to read anything. So the first book I finished was Dawn of the Impossible 3. And that book felt impossible to finish because I really dislike Dawn as a character and I dislike Christy as a character. And this whole book is about Christy and Dawn and their interpersonal issues as Dawn becomes a part of the Babysitters Club and Christy feeling like Dawn is taking her away from Marianne. So I really didn't enjoy that too much, but I gave it the base 3 stars because that's what I do. But now I'm on to book 6, Christy's Big Day. I think it's the one where her mom and Watson get married. I also finished the book Role Playing. This is by Kathy Yardley. I'll show you the cover. It's really cute. And this book was on Kindle Unlimited. It's, is it? No, did I buy this book? I might have bought this book. Yep, I bought this book. Okay, so this book was okay for me. I gave it 3 stars. It's a romance book about 2 people who are kind of older like 40s and 50s. They meet online gaming and then they happen to know each other in their small town. This one just didn't hit for me, and again, part of that is because I was in a slump and I wanted to finish something, but it just didn't do what it needed to do. It wasn't that great of a book to me. The characters are just okay. They were kind of annoying with this whole like, so both of them need to date for various reasons. The woman Maggie has been separated for a long time or divorced for a long time. Her son just went off to college and she needs to date. And then she talks to, I can't remember his name, the main character online and is like, you know, I need to, what is his name? Anyway, they start having like a friendship online and she keeps thinking he's like 20 because he's on a gaming they're sort of like on this Call of Duty type game. And so they have like a whole force and they all go on and they're in a guild or whatever. And so she's kind of flirtatious, but like playing it off, and he is too, but she thinks that he's like 20. And she keeps saying this and it gets really repetitive and irritating. And then they finally meet and she's so shocked. I don't know. None of it was really for me. So 3 stars. I finished it. I won't pick it back up again. I did find another book of Kathy Yardley's on Kindle Unlimited that I will check out, but I don't know yet if it's just her writing or it was the book. Then I picked up a couple books that I had heard about and wanted. So the first one I picked up was Miss Fortune Cookie by Vivian Chin. This book is like, I think the 9th book in the Noodle Shop Mystery. I've read others in this series and I really do like it. And I like Vivian Chin's writing. So I lightly started this last night. I'm only on chapter 2. So this is my priority to start and finish today or tomorrow. There are reading sprints tonight. It's Monday, and so I'm excited to get some of that done. I also bought the physical copy of The Priory of the Orange Tree. I have this on Kindle as well, but as you can see, it is chunky. And so I kind of wanted the physical edition too, because I think when I'm ready to read this, I'm going to be all in. And I'm going to be needing to annotate physically and on my Kindle Scribe. Then I picked up this book called The Scythe, and I heard about it on somebody else's channel. It sounded really good. It says, a world with no hunger, no disease, no war, no misery. Humanity has conquered all those things and has even conquered death. Now scythes are the only ones who can in life, and they are commanded to do so in order to keep the size of the population under control. Citra and Rowan are chosen to apprentice to a scythe, a role that neither wants. These teens must master the art of taking life, knowing that the consequence of failure could mean losing their own. They learn living in a perfect world comes only with a heavy price. So I think this sounds really good. It's sort of dystopian in a sense, as everybody has immortality, but they have to be killed off in order to maintain population size. And that's just kind of weird and creepy to me, but it sounded good. And then, total impulse buy, when we went to get this book at Barnes & Noble, we went to get something to drink, and they had this book called The Counselors at the cafe, and said if you buy something from the cafe, this book's only $5. And I was like, why would I pass up a new book for $5? So I don't know anything that this book is about. It's called The Counselors by Jessica Goodman. The tagline is, the summer of a lifetime was never supposed to include a dead body. And so it looks like a thriller. So I'm excited to do that. This week I need to figure out my life as far as what I'm reading in August. I usually have been doing some type of theme, and I have zero idea of what I want to read in August. I have no theme idea. So last month I was trying to like finish up fantasy books and have a little Christmas in July moment, and none of that happened. Like none of it. So I think I'm okay just to have like a mood reading month and decide what I want to read at the beginning of each vlog. So maybe I won't do an August TBR video. I'll just do my July wrap up, who knows, and just keep you guys posted what I'm reading each week on the vlog. So that's kind of what's happening for Monday. Like I said, it's Monday sprints, my favorite sprint day, and I will be jumping into that, and that's it for now. All right, see you guys in the next clip. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I am feeling really good today, really energized. It's always funny that like I do work from home mostly, but I'm out a lot for in-person things. And so when I have a day like yesterday where I was gone all day, enjoyed the work I was doing, is really meaningful. But then to have a day today where I know I don't have to get up and go anywhere, it just really rejuvenates my soul. So let me jump in and tell you what I read yesterday. Yesterday was a good reading day. As I've said before, Mondays are usually my best sprint days. Any other day during the week, it's always great to connect in that community and like chat and like hear what's going on with people. But I'm always more distracted later in the week. So I love Monday sprints. As you can see, I'm back in my regular spot with my husband set up behind me. But okay, so yesterday I was really focused on Miss Fortune Cookie by Vivian Chin. I'm for sure gonna finish this today. I got to page 133 yesterday, and I read about 100 pages during the sprint. So I'm a little less than halfway through, but this one is really good. So in this book, we're following Lana Lee, who is the main character of our Noodle Shop Mysteries, and she is visiting California for a restaurant convention, and her and her sister are there, Anna Mae, right? Anna Mae. And they are connecting with their Aunt Grace. So on the first day of their convention, Lana goes because Anna Mae is focused on law school and is not working at the restaurant. She witnesses a confrontation between a couple of people at the convention floor, and it kind of kicks off from there. So of course, a mystery. I don't want to tell you guys that much, but from my experience of reading the Noodle Shop Mysteries, this is the best one that I've read so far. They're all fairly good, but I think this one is really, really, really good. Something that came up in the chat yesterday of the sprints was just like, does it make a difference that it's in a different setting? And I think having them move out of Ohio for this is great, but I haven't read enough of them to really understand like how repetitive that is. I just know that this one is way better. So definitely recommend. And it got me in a cozy mood. So I will share what other things I downloaded. Then last night before bed, I started reading Christie's Big Day. This is book 6 in the Babysitters Club. Again, I'm rereading the entire series from the beginning. I'm just looking for a bookmark because I wasn't close to one before. I usually get my bookmarks from a place called My Secret Copy, and she does magnetic bookmarks of all kinds. They're so cute, so I'm just going to use this one. This one says, Mama Just Wants to Read. So I am on page 20 of this one, and as I mentioned last time in my, was it Dawn of the Impossible 3? I'm not a fan of Christie. In general, she's just very domineering, and I think that can be a strength, but sometimes she's just impractical in her expectations of people. She must be a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. And so she is just so hard sometimes. So it is interesting to see this story from her perspective. And then as we're going through the series, this is the second time we visited Christie's story. So we're looping through all the girls again. So far so good. So yesterday I read about 120 pages. But like I said, I took a little break after the sprints. I was watching a YouTube video and I was like, I want to see what is out in Kindle that I can pick up. And I had a couple of cozy mysteries that I found that I wanted to read because I was feeling very cozy. So the first one I found was Pumpkin Pies and Potions. This is the first book in the Melting Pot Cafe paranormal cozy mystery. I've never read this, never seen it. It was on Kindle Unlimited. I thought I would give it a go. We're getting into that fall season. Fall is my favorite season. Christmas is my favorite holiday, but I thought I would try it out. And then I also downloaded another Tanya Kappas, what is it? Murder and Mocha, book 2. I read the first one. So this one is, wait, did I read this one? This one is Mocha and Murder. And I feel like I read this one, but it couldn't have been. Okay. Well, Mocha and Murder is what I'm reading from Tanya Kappas. It doesn't say read on my Kindle, so I didn't read it. But this is what the cover looks like. And so I will be reading that at some point. And then I picked up a book. Well, I'm going to the library today just for a short bit. And I have a book on hold. And I am going to visit Barnes & Noble today. I looked at the Book of the Month Club. Let me just rant about that for a second because I love Book of the Month Club. I've been a loyal purchaser of their club. I love what they do. And they spoiled us because in the past couple of months, they've had the Book of the Month Club listed like 2 days before the beginning of the month. And so it wasn't put up until today, like 8 o'clock in the morning, which sounds very first world. I get it. And they trained us to go early. Anyway, so I'm waiting. We get 6 books and none of them are like great books, in my opinion. Let me tell you what they are. Okay, now I generally like that they have books that are expected, like anticipated reads coming out. They have romance, they have thrillers, and this time just none of that hit. So the first book is Happiness Falls. It is a literary fiction. It says one biracial family grapples with the meaning of happiness in their own lives and their father suddenly goes missing. It's not my jam. Next is magical realism is the genre, and it's called Family Lore. When an anthropologist puts her own family under the microscope, she uncovers plenty of secrets, drama, and magic. No. Next is a thriller by Lisa Jewell. This is called None of This Is True. A podcaster and her subjects' lives become increasingly intertwined in this twisty tale where fact and fiction compete. And then we have another literary fiction, Shark Heart, a love story. Prepare to have a big bite taken out of your heart by this lyrical mediation on marriage, grief, and carnivorous fish. And then they have a memoir, The Many Lives of Mama Love. From suburban soccer mom to convicted felon to best-selling ghostwriter, her remarkable true story is totally riveting. And then in the horror section, They have Vampires of El Norte, sink your teeth into this sumptuous border tale full of cowboys, forbidden romance, and things going bump in the night. So if that is your jam, amazing. It's not mine, so I'm gonna have to skip this month. So long story short, I'm going to Barnes & Noble today. There's 3 books that I have my eye on, and so I'm just going to pick those up and call it a done. But I was really disappointed. Like, I think that when something like Book of the Month Club has a formula, they should stick with it because that's what we're there for. But anyway, that's very minor in the grander scheme of things, but that's just my rant on it. So that is my clip for Tuesday. I will hop back on tonight because I want to show you what I get from Barnes. I want to show you what I get from the library. And yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, I am back really quick. I just did some clips. We ran to Michael's today, and I did clips of all the fall things because I just love fall as a season, and so wanted to show you guys that that was happening, but I wanted to show you what I picked up at Barnes & Noble, and again, I have the library tonight. So I picked up Maisie Chin's Last Chance by Lisa Yee. She wrote the book that I really liked, New From Here. And this Last Chance is supposed to be about a girl who goes to Last Chance, Minnesota. I live in Minnesota, but faces a lot of adversity. I went ahead and bought the physical copy of Business or Pleasure because everybody keeps saying it's so good, but I can't get through it on my Kindle. So I just want to see, is the hype there? And then I decided to follow the trend and start The Naturals. I think I will get through this series. I like Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. And so everybody says this one is even better than Inheritance Game, so we shall see. But really excited about all 3 of these picks. They're all 3 things I absolutely want to read, and so excited to dig in. Good morning, happy Wednesday. Very happy it's Wednesday today. This week is like flying by for me. Wanted to catch up with you on what I read yesterday and what I'm reading today. Yesterday was a really good day for reading, and I'm officially out of my slump. So happy about that. So I finished 2 books yesterday, and that just like sets off the month so good because I know like we're at a good momentum. When I have a book done within the first or second day of any month, I'm feeling good about life. So first up, I finished Miss Fortune Cookie by Vivian Chen. I ended up giving this 5 stars, which I rarely give cozy mysteries 5 stars. Although I love cozy mysteries, I rarely give them 5 stars. But this one kept me going. I liked the way the characters were written. I liked the end. I like who did it because it wasn't something that I could guess. And it got me out of my reading slump. So 5 stars for Miss Fortune Cookie. Again, this is a part of a Noodle Shop mystery series. I've only read like 2 or 3 in this series, and I haven't necessarily gone in order. I don't think you need to. Of course, with any cozy mystery, the more in order you go, the more you see the progress of relationships building, the character development, but I really, really liked this one. And then I went ahead and finished Christie's Big Day, and I was determined to finish this yesterday because I was like, what else am I gonna do? Like, it's only 150 some pages. I think I was on page like 20 or something. It's like 130 pages. And I read this last night before bed, and it was so good. This really changed my mind about Christie because I've had this idea of not liking Christie as a character because of her tendency to lead strongly. I want to steer away from the word bossy because how many times are women categorized as bossy and we are leading in a way that would be similar to a man leading, and they're not called bossy. So she leads strongly. She has strong opinions, and I really like that about her. And in this book, I feel like we got a side of her that shows why she is the way she is, why she loves hard, why she has the need to have things a certain way. And she really gave off Virgo energy, and I am a Virgo, and so I was like, I can't hate on this. So I think I gave this 5 stars as well. Yeah, I did, because I was like 2 5-star reads in a day. That's great. And so 5 stars for this. These are the newest covers that came out with Netflix. I have the old covers. I have some of the new covers. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to finish up at least one full set, and I'm closest to finishing on the old covers. But I did buy some of these new covers, and when I see them at Barnes & Noble, I'm like, I want them, because I think they have like the first 20 or so done. I only have the first 6 and the 2 super specials that are out, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I really, really like this one. So then I moved on because I was like, let's keep these good vibes going. And I started Daughter of No Worlds. And so this is another Carissa Broadbent. I don't know much about it. And I got through 4 pages, which is nothing. But I put it down, not because anything was wrong with it, but because I wanted to start my other book, The Naturals. And it was already like 9 o'clock at night, so I knew I had limited time before I was going to just pass out. And so this has kind of a long prologue into the chapter 1, so I didn't want to like get into it. But it's already starting off well. As I mentioned before, I really like the way Carissa Broadbent writes her fantasies. It makes it very accessible. While I do like fantasies, I'm not like a high fantasy reader where it's like all of these words that you can't put together and everything has a different meaning. Like that will lose me, but she writes in a way that is tangible. And so excited to read through this week, and this is a series, so excited for that. And I have this book on Kindle, which I always love when I have both because I can come back and forth to it. And then I started The Naturals. So I picked this up yesterday at Barnes & Noble. I was so excited because it's been everywhere. I think this actually came out before the Inheritance Games, but I like Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing style. And this is said to be like Cold Case, but for YA. And so I made it through a quick 30 pages last night. And Jennifer Lynn Barnes' books always read quickly, and so that's an amazing perk of her books. There's only about 300 pages, so my goal is to finish this within the next couple of days, as well as this, and head into the weekend with new books, hopefully the second one and this one. So those are my plans. This is what I read yesterday, my plans for today, and yeah, that's how it's gonna be. So I do have to go to the library today because I didn't get to go yesterday. And so I'll try to get some clips there, but I have 2 books that have been on my hold list I'm excited to pick up, and yeah, so that will be the next clip you see. Hey guys, it's later in the day. I'm about to exercise. Just came back from the library. You can see the marks on my sunglasses, but I just wanted to show you what I picked up. So I had 2 books on hold. One has been on hold forever. This is The Friend Zone, and we'll back up a little bit. This is The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. And so I think this is the book that comes before Life is Too Short. And I just have never read it. And so I picked it up wanting to read it because I really like her writing. But like, tell me if you're like this in the comments. But like, this book is well loved. And this is skeeving me out a little bit. And so I might just end up doing the digital copy because it's kind of been through a lot of hands. So I don't know. And then I saw this book talked about on Bookish Knitter's channel, and it sounded really cute. It's called Out of Range. And it says, sisters Abby, Emma, and Ollie have gone from being best friends forever to mortal enemies. Thanks to their months-long feud, they are sent to Camp Unplugged, a girls' camp deep in the heart of the Idaho mountains where they will go back to nature, which means no cell phones, no internet, and no communicating with the outside world for 2 whole weeks. During that time, they had better learn to get along again, their parents tell them, or else. The sisters don't see any way they can ever forgive each other for what they've done, no matter how many hikes and campfire songs they're forced to participate in. But then the disaster strikes, and they find themselves lost and alone in the wilderness. They will have to outrun a raging wildfire, make it through a turbulent river, and escape bears, mountain lions, and ticks. They don't have training or food or enough supplies. All they have is each other. And maybe, just maybe, it will be enough to survive. So this sounded really cute to me. It's not my normal read, but I have a sister, and so these types of books are cute to me, so we'll check those out. Anyway, it's so hot today in Minnesota. Like, it's 87 degrees, and the humidity, I bet, is like, let me see, Alexa, what's the humidity right now?
Right now, the humidity is 54%.
Yeah. Humidity is 54% right now, and I feel every bit of that. Alexa, what's the feels like temperature outside?
Right now, it's 89 degrees Fahrenheit.
But what does it feel like? Okay. Anyway, the point is it's hot, and we don't really get hot weather here. So to have 89 degrees or 54% humidity, I'm like melting. The air conditioning in the car could not come on hard enough. So anyway, I'm so sweaty that I might as well just go work out. That's what I'm going to do. And then these are just going to the to be read pile, and I'm going to be actually reading the books I showed you earlier in this video today. And so yeah, but I will do that after exercise. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Good morning and happy Thursday, my favorite day of the week, always. This has been a busy week. This week has flown by. And so yes, I am coming to you with my updates on reading for yesterday and a product that I got yesterday that I wanted to share with you. So I was sharing yesterday that I was reading The Naturals and Daughters of the World or something like that. And I decided to focus my energy on The Naturals first because I knew that if I was reading both of them, it would take me longer. I am just about done with this book. I'm page 191 out of 300. So I just have this little chunk to do. So I will finish this today. And I already ordered the Kindle version of book 2 because number one, I said I was going to buy Kindle books. I have to do it. I have been going to Barnes every day for no reason. And so slowing it down, and the book was cheaper on Kindle. Sometimes that's not always the case, but it was $3 cheaper. So I will be reading Killer Instinct next. Anyway, this book follows Cassie, and Cassie has a natural ability at reading people. So she kind of can see you and kind of know what you're about, jump into your mindset. And she begins getting watched by the FBI, unbeknownst to her, but she's approached by the FBI to be part of this sort of training group. So she gets recruited, and this group is about 5 teens. She's 17. There's about 5 teens that are all specializing in some certain talent. And so basically the FBI is training these kids to use their natural born abilities, hence the name of The Naturals, to solve crimes for them. And I think so far it's really good. You can see there's a love triangle happening, which is Jennifer Lynn Barnes's way, as far as I remember from the Inheritance games. And Cassie is trying to figure out where she fits in this world. One of our main characters, Dean, has quite the backstory. There's Michael, who is also a love interest. So this is really good. It's a little out of my normal comfort zone because it's everybody described it as like CSI, but a book. And it is very much that. They're looking at crime scenes. They're looking at pictures of murdered people. They're following the trail of a serial killer. And so like that's a little bit out of my comfort zone. I usually don't watch things like that. I don't read things like that. But the way it's framed makes it all okay. So we will finish this up today. And then, like I said, I have book 2 ready to go, but I really want to read my fantasy book next. And so I don't want to just be all in on this one. Okay, so then yesterday I received a package from, it is called, I want to get the name right, Needles and Stitches. Sorry for all the crunching. I should open this off camera. Okay. It is called Needle and Stitch Co. It's a bookish boutique. And I have been following her on Instagram for a while, just thinking like I kind of want a book sleeve for my Kindles, but never did it until I got my Oasis, and I was like, oh, this is such a delicate screen that I really, really need it. And I purchased this early June. However, the seller creator had a death in the family, and I'm saying that because she had already shared this on Instagram. I'm not exposing her business, but so she wasn't able to get anything out. So in the time that I was waiting for this, obviously I got the Kindle Scribe, but this is still great for the Kindle Oasis, so I want to show it to you. So I picked up this case. I want to say the name of it is Spellbound Pink Halloween. As you guys know, pink's my favorite color. and I love the fall witchy vibes. And so this is the mini, and this holds the Oasis perfectly. So you can see the Oasis. Oh, there we go. And you can see the case. This case is very thick, very nicely padded, has that interior that is nicely stitched and soft, so it's not going to scratch. And this is going to allow me to take the Oasis more places, because as I told you guys, my Paperwhite has been slowing down, which is crazy to me because I just got the Paperwhite last year, or maybe it was the year before. Anyway, I know it's the 2021 version, and I think I got it last year. Let me think. Yes, I got it last year for Valentine's Day, and it came out October of 2021. And I know they have new Paperwhites that aren't technically new, but that came out this year, like the sage green. But I have the original one when it was just black, the 6.8, and so it is slowing down. Now, in the same vein, the Kindle Oasis is a 2019 device, and so it is not as speedy as the Scribe. But the way my Paperwhite has been slowing down, the Kindle Oasis almost has been moving faster. So this will be a great way to transport it, and I'll just show you here how it fits in there so snugly. And so now I'm kind of obsessed with sleeves, because why not have another obsession of things to buy? This retailed for, I want to say like $24.99, something like that. But in her business card, she gives a coupon code for next time. And so really, really cute. I really like it. I couldn't see myself putting a book in the book sleeve, but for the Kindles, yes. I need to find a purse that can accommodate this, because right now I'm just carrying like a crossbody belt bag, but yeah, I need a purse that'll accommodate this, and I definitely will be taking this on vacation, not the Scribe, which vacation's next week, so you might be getting some different content. Yeah, so that's all my updates for today. Like I said, I'm loving Thursday. I have a couple of things at work today that I should prepare for, and reading later today. It's been so hot and humid here in Minnesota. I want to take a walk, but I don't think it's going to happen. I will be on my treadmill today, though, to get my exercise in. But yeah, that's it for Thursday. Good morning and happy Friday. Welcome to the end of the week. So happy that it's Friday. This week has been so long and so intense, but also went fast. I don't know if you guys have had weeks like that, but yes. Okay, so let me get into what I read yesterday. So yesterday I finished up The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Ended up giving this 4 stars. I thought this was really great. I thought it was a great kickoff to the series. We talked about it yesterday, but basically it follows some teens that have been picked up by the FBI based on their talents. Cassie is our main character. She has a natural ability to profile people, along with Dean and Michael and Leah and Sloan. And each of them have different things that they can do. So Cassie and Dean are the profilers. Michael reads emotions. I forget what Leah and Sloan do, because they weren't super featured in this one. But I imagine as we go on, we'll hear more about them. But I thought it was really good. It is it's not scary, but it's very detailed as far as crime that's happening. And so if that's not your vibe, I wouldn't read it. It's really not mine usually, but I do like Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and so I dove in, and now I'm here for it. I do have the second book, Killer Instinct, on my Kindle already, ready to go. I just have not started it yet because there's other things that I wanted to get to. So 4 stars for this. I do recommend. So that is done. And then I dove into Daughter of No Worlds. And so I said I was going to read this. Very excited that I am committing to it. I got to chapter 5 yesterday, which I'm reading it on my Kindle. So I don't know what it is in the book. I'm going to pull it up. Okay. 42 pages in is what I got. And so far it is really good. I'm reading it on my Kindle because it is a fantasy, and so I like to annotate in fantasies, and they have that great x-ray feature. I don't know if it's only on the Scribe, because I haven't used it in any other device, but on the Scribe you can highlight a person's name and it'll come back to like a part in the book they were featured, or it'll give you a description of that person, which is so helpful to me in fantasies. Luckily, so far, there's not a lot happening as far as characters, and so we are following Tisaanah. I don't know how to say it for real, but it's Tisaanah. Tissa, I think is what they call her for short. And she is being enslaved. This is sort of like the normal that I've gotten from Carissa. So she's being enslaved, and she has found a way to work off her debt, basically. So basically buy her freedom. And she goes to buy her freedom, and her slave owner doesn't accept the money, and something happens, and it goes from there. And so I was immediately attracted to the writing style of Carissa Broadbent in her last books, but again, it shows up in these books where the writing is very accessible, and it makes fantasy easy to read. And so really enjoying this, and we'll continue this. I don't know, like the Kindle, like I said, doing it on the Kindle Scribe helps me annotate, but the feel of this book is just like, it's good. It's got a good bend. It'll make me feel like I'm going through it. So I don't know. I'll probably switch back and forth. Today I'm filling book. There are 500 pages with an epilogue. And so I would like to finish this weekend. And then I picked up the 7th book in Babysitter's Club, Claudia and Me and Janine. I only made it to chapter 3 yesterday because I read it last night before bed. But I, again, am in my reread of Babysitter's Club, and these covers came out, I don't know, I wonder if they have the reprint date on them. Oh, it doesn't say the reprint date for these covers, but these covers came out, I want to say 2014-ish. I remember I was in the classroom, and I was excited to start putting these in my classroom. Not a lot of the girls or boys read these books in my class. And then I remember having like a little collection for Kennedy to run through, but she was younger. So I have some of these editions too. And I like when I have these because then I don't have to mess up one of the classic ones. But so yeah, I only got a few chapters in there, but I will be reading that. Now, exciting news, and hopefully I can vlog this tomorrow, but I have been in conversation with Sarah from The Bookish Knitter, which you guys know I love her channel, such a fangirl, but I had extra Babysitter's Club books that I sent her way because she's trying to do her collection, like no skin off my nose, like I don't need 3 of the same copy. And so I sent those, and we kind of connected back and forth. I think I could call her my friend now, which is so exciting, but I think I'm going to be on the sprints tomorrow. And so really excited to do that. I've never been on a sprint. Obviously, I've been a participant, but never been on one. So excited to do that. But I think I'll be bringing these 2 books on the sprint. And then as a backup, in case the fantasy goes awry, would be the Friend Zone. And so I'll be reading all the things tomorrow. But yeah, that's the update for Friday. Gonna dig in to work in just a little bit, and I will check in later. I'm gonna be reading a lot tonight because we are having an all-nighter. We do this at least once during the summer where our whole family just stays up and see how late we can go, which will be exciting tomorrow when I'm doing the sprint, but I will have lots of caffeine to keep me going. And so yeah, all right, I will see you guys later today. Bye. Hey guys, happy Saturday. Welcome to the last day of the vlog. I'm hopping on, it's about 12:36. I'm so excited because I'm getting on to do reading sprints today with the people that I've been watching for over a year do reading sprints. So I'm so excited about that. I'm trying to get all my nerves out. As you can see, I'm excited. But so last night we did our like all-nighter, which I stayed up the latest, which is very rare because I love my sleep, but I didn't get much reading done. So I'm kind of still where I am. I think I'm on page 81 of Daughter of No Worlds, which I still am enjoying. But today for sprint, I'm going to finish up Babysitter's Club. I left off last night, I want to say on chapter 8. Where was I? Sorry, I didn't use a bookmark for it, so I'm like, no, I'll remember where I was. No, chapter 9. So, I'm going to finish this today during sprints, and then I'm going to start The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez, because I've read all the other books, and I think this will be a good sprint book. I will try to get some footage if I can, without being creepy, and try to keep you posted, but if I don't, just know this is the end of the vlog. Do all the things, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for being a part of this week, and yeah, okay, see you in the next clip.